You can play Minecraft for hours and hours, but sometimes there are still those little facts that surprise you and make you feel like you're playing for the first time. I'm here to share some of those fun facts with you, and I think you're going to be blown away. Endermites are these super cool purple creatures in the game. Well, I've got a little secret for you. They didn't always look like they do now. When they first showed up in the game, they were actually silverfish with a purple skin. I had almost forgotten all about silverfish, and I'm pretty sure the game developers wanted me to forget about this too. You see, I thought that when you drop gravel on soul sand, it's just going to be another normal thing like a basic drop. But nope, when you do it, it breaks. So there you have it, a way to get gravel fast in the nether. So you want to take down a dragon the old school style, like firing arrows at it. Well, that's gonna require a lot of arrows. And now we're getting to the tricky part, finding flint. But don't worry, I've got a super handy trick for you. Just enchant your tools with Fortune 3 and they'll always drop flints from the gravel. Doesn't matter what kind of tool it is. Easy peasy. I want to tell you why Minecraft doesn't make sense to me, and I'm always saying this, but hear me out. Just put an armor stand on a fence and it just starts floating there. Does that make no sense only to me? I mean, it's not like magic or anything is involved. It just doesn't seem right. We all know those sneaky guys who like to hide in the dark and surprise you. Yeah, I'm talking about creepers. Well, I've got a secret for you. You can get closer to them without getting blown up. If you wear a creeper hat, you can sneak up to them and get up to 50% closer without them even noticing you're there. Now it's our turn to scare them. Have you ever fallen into your friend's prank trap? I did once, and let me tell you, it was a crazy cobweb trap. I was stuck in there for ages. You know, it takes 13 seconds to get out of just one block of cobweb. Luckily, it was just one block, otherwise we might not have been friends anymore. And right after those shenanigans, I got serious and set up a trap similar to the one before, but unfortunately, he didn't make it. I need to tell you that it was even worse for the items because it took 24 whole seconds to get through just one block of cobweb. I told him straight up, don't mess with me again. In the old versions of Minecraft, the default color for your dog was orange. Can you believe it? It's not even red. Want to know a crazy trick to get water in Minecraft? First, throw a wet sponge into the furnace. The furnace will dry out the sponge, and that's where the magic starts. As the sponge finishes drying, place an empty bucket underneath and voila, your bucket is now filled with water. The sparse jungle biome. It's really rare, so what does it even look like? Well, imagine walking into a jungle with lots of oak trees, but instead of being dense and thick, they're spaced out with lots of open space. It's like a jungle, but a lot less jungly. Did you know that cats are actually smaller than ocelots? Yep, and did you know that this is just a fun fact that I thought it would be fun to share with you? I was super stoked when I heard that they're adding fossils to Minecraft, but then I got a little bummed out because I realized that fossils are really hard to find. But it looks like there's some new stuff to dig up in the latest update, so maybe my dream isn't dead after all. Have you seen those adorable foxes? They're so cute, right? Sometimes they'll steal stuff from you, but sometimes you might be lucky and find a fox with an emerald stuck in its mouth. Let's hope villagers don't get a little too excited and start the hunt for it. Pumpkins are all over the place. They used to look way different than they do now. Like, they actually used to have creepy faces. If you ever find yourself being chased by a bunch of slimes, there's a super easy way to get them to stop following you. Just jump into the water and you'll be amazed at how fast they'll give up the chase. Sea slimes aren't exactly the best swimmers and they tend to get stuck in the water. Baby zombies are super annoying. I mean, can you believe it that when they just get dropped into the game and suddenly they're everywhere and not even getting hurt by the sun? It's like, what's the point of even having an easy mode? I have a trick question for you. I'll give you 3 seconds to think about it, so here we go. How was the crafting table called? If you say workbench, you're absolutely right. But if you didn't know, don't worry, just subscribe to my channel and come back next week for more fun facts. Some players like to explore and build stuff around the world, so they play on peaceful mode. It's a way to play without worrying about the monsters attacking you. But here's the thing, even in peaceful mode, if you accidentally hit a wolf, it'll still fight back, so even in peaceful mode, you're not completely safe from getting hurt. At the beginning of the video, we said one fact about endermites and the other fact about soul sand, so what would happen if we connect these two? Well, it's pretty simple. If an endermite lands on soul sand, it'll die instantly. Nothing too exciting, you know. Sometimes size really does matter. I mean, even the tiniest slime can attack you, but it's not going to hurt you. It's actually really adorable, isn't it? On the other hand, smallest version of magma cube can hurt you pretty bad. I mean, let's be real, the Nether is a crazy intense place. I remember those good old days when my friend goes AFK and leaves us with no choice but to play a prank on him. We'd trap him in an obsidian coffin, leave him with no tools and no way out. It was hilarious. I mean, it took him a whole 4 minutes and 10 seconds just to break the obsidian with his bare hands. And you know what? He's still got one more to go if he wants to get out of that thing. Did you know that there's actually 22 different kinds of tropical fish out there? I'd love to hear it from you. Which combination of fish is your favorite to have in a tank? Take a minute to write it down in the comments below. Thanks for taking the time to watch my video, I really appreciate it. If you liked it, please hit that subscribe button and take a look at one of these two videos. I think you'll enjoy.